Shalom. All glory, praises, and honor is due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem HaKakodash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and teachers of the Great Millstone, and the like-minded men who may not be part of Great Millstone but are pushing the word. 100%, 144% truth. You know? And salutations to the elect men, women, and children of Yasharallah, specifically House of David, the elect, who may find this piece of information, may come across it. But I'm going to go straight to the headlines. It says, Canada pledges historic reparations to indigenous children. Let's go into this word reparations. Second time I've done this lesson because I deleted the last one unintentionally. So I'm going to go into this word reparations. Definition. Reparation, the action of making amends for a wrong one has done by providing payment or other assistance to those who have been wronged. Yeah, so this is what Canada is attempting to do. Canada pledges historic reparations to indigenous children. The government of Canada has set aside $31 billion to compensate indigenous children who were subjected to discrimination and to cover the costs of a long-term reform of its First Nations welfare system. Yeah. So I'm just going to go to a quick scripture. Job 20, in fact, you know what, use this one. Job 20 and 10 is lined up. His children shall seek to please the poor, and his hands shall restore their goods. And this is an attempt at Esau, who are the so-called white man, of, in this instance Canada, attempting to restore the goods and seek to please the poor for the wrongs they've done. As we've gone into the word reparations. Yeah, that's an attempt for them to do that, doing that, to repair or to repair or to replace the harm that they've done with money and compensation. You see. So quickly going to another scripture. Sirach, which is called Ecclesiasticus, chapter 41. Ecclesiasticus 41, 7. The children will complain of an ungodly father because they shall be reproached for his sake. And this is what's happening, yeah? The present day government is saying, trying to present this reparations and saying to the so-called indigenous who are the Northern Kingdom, or some parts of the Northern Kingdom, yeah, mainly GAD and REUBEN, oh yeah, our fathers did wrong to you, and so we're going to give you this as a point of compensation. Do you know what I mean? For stealing your land, for stealing you. For basically decimating your heritage, which does go into Jeremiah 17 and 4. We should discontinue from our heritage. And again, that proves, just in one instance, one example of the fact that the Dominicans, the Guatemalans, the SIMEON, ZEBULON, EPHRAIM, MANASSEH, GAD, REUBEN, NAPTHALI, ASHER, ISSACHAR, and the respective bywords that they're being called by now, like for Mexicans. So in GAD's, that's in Issachar. That's Issachar. For GAD, which is North American Indians, REUBEN, Seminole Indians, that they are the northern tribes, pursuant to when you read 2 Esdras 13, from 39 on down, it explains how they got to the land where never mankind dwelt. That's in 2 Kings 17 and 24, where they're transplanted out of the land. And in Chronicles it explained that they went to a land where never mankind dwelt. I've done a lesson on it before, still, but they are Israelites. It's as simple as that. And I'm going to go into this article, which, here we are. Historic injustices require historic reparations. Minister of Indigenous Services Patty Hadju said in a statement. Between 1874 and 1996, at least 150,000 indigenous children were taken from their families and sent to state-funded residential schools, where many of them suffered from malnutrition, they were starved, they weren't given food, adequate food, and were subjected to various forms of abuse. Like taking the language away, cutting the hair, beatings, sexual abuse, even killed. Do you know what I mean? There's mass graves found recently, I think it's earlier this year and into last year, in a Catholic school convent that where children were found, mass graves basically. The wickedness these Edomites have done. Edomites are so-called white people, Caucasians. They changed the name in 1681 to white first. That's when the term was first used, white, in Virginia. That's courtesy of Elder Malcolm. For that information. So this system, I'll continue with the article. This system was often being referred to as cultural genocide. And it was, due to its attempts to assimilate children by stripping them of their cultural identity. The government's treatment of indigenous children was widely criticized after more than 1,100 graves were discovered on sites of former residential schools. Underlying that no amount of money, I repeat, can reverse the harm experienced by First Nations children or return years lost by separation from their families, communities and culture, as Jew said. And no amount of money is gonna replace that, but the fact is, they're seeking to please the poor and they're complaining of an ungodly father, but what did the scripture say is gonna happen, Let's start with this. So let me just read Galatians 6 and 7. Be not deceived. The Most High is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. When you go into where are we? Exodus. Numbers first. Go to Numbers first. Numbers 35. Numbers 35 and 33. Straight to the point. So shall you not pollute the land wherein you are, for blood it defileth the land. Do we not see in this article that 1,100 children were found in graves? That's just that what was found. Obviously, there's millions of the Northern Kingdom were killed by Esau when they came over to the Americas. So ye shall not, I'll read it again, Numbers 35 and 33. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. So the fact is, Esau got that land by blood and the sword. Was it? I think it was. I heard Elder Malcolm say that Christopher Columbus said he didn't put down his sword for X amount of hours. Was it 24? I'm not sure, but X amount of hours killed that many people. To get the land. Smallpox in blankets. Now we're seeing Esau's being revealed. Jeremiah 49. Yahweh Shemel Shai is making Esau bare, man. Simple as that. But I have made Esau bare. Jeremiah 49 and 10. But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places. And that's what we're seeing now. But they're trying to repair that. They're trying to give reparations for that to the Northern Kingdoms, to the so-called indigenous tribes, which are not. They're part of the Northern Kingdom. Mainly GAD, REUBEN. Obviously other tribes mixed in there too. But I have made Esau bare, I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself, and he can't. Yahweh Shemel Shai is revealing this man. Through the Spirit and the prophets and his mouthpieces on this earth. His seed is spoiled and his brethren, and he is not. Salakia. His seed is spoiled and his brethren and his neighbours, and he is not. And that's what's going to happen. It's going to be Obadiah 1 and 18. Because he shed blood. And now it's the recompense time. Shall we go to see what Colossians 3 and 25. Then I'm going to end it with a couple more scriptures after that. Here we are, Colossians 3 and 25. But he that doeth wrong shall receive for the wrong which he hath done, and there is no respect of persons. So Esau, in his pride, thinks that he's going to get away with it, and just giving a bit of money for reparations, as they say, will make up for the harm and hurt that they've committed over centuries. Yeah? And what did the scriptures say? Exodus 21:16. It says 21:16. And he that stealeth a man and selleth him, the northern kingdom were in captivity too. Yeah, in fact they were the first captives that were traded to Spain. Yeah, and Esau not in that land still. Yeah, and he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death. Let's go into this word found. Yeah, it's a simple word, but sometimes, or if he be found.
Strong's H 4672. Matzah. Matzah.
So to find, to attain to find. So it's like, yeah. Matzah. Biblical usage, outline of biblical usage: to find, to attain to find. And of the 12 tribes not in the Americas, obviously we're scattered, pursuant to Deuteronomy 28:64. We're scattered all over the world, but the main bulk of the Israelites, of the 12 tribes, are in the Americas, yeah? Right? And they're still there. And who's there? And who's holding them captive? Pursuant to, I think it's, yeah, 50, Jeremiah 50:33, yeah? I'm going to get that as well. To find, secure, acquire, get to thing, sort, to find, to meet, to encounter, to find a condition, to learn, devise. Yeah? So basically they're found in the hand. They're still there. They took us captives and they're still there. Right, here we are. Jeremiah 50:33. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts. Host means armies. The children of Israel and the children of Judah, Yahweh, Yashua and Yahweh, were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go. Go into this word refused. Oppressed. Two words actually, yeah. Go into oppressed.
Strong's H 6231. Ashak.
To press upon, to oppress, to violate, yeah, defraud. We've been violated. The Northern Kingdom's been violated, and this is what that article was about. Between I think was 18 something and 1996, 150,000 children were taken away. That's a violation. Yeah, do violence, get deceitfully, wrong, extort. All those descriptive words. So was it 1874? In 1996, at least 150,000 indigenous children were taken from their families and sent to state-funded residential schools. And this is what the Canadian government intends to do. Pledge. So it's not even, it's a promise. And what's a promise is a comfort to a fool. Pledges historic reparations to indigenous children. So I think we got the point there. Yeah, like I said, the article is in RT today, 14th of December 2021. You can finish the article off if you like to, but we get the point. So I'm going to end it with this scripture here. I think we'll know probably where I'm going to end, but let's go for it. Revelation 13. Here we are. If any man, Revelation 13:9, if any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword, who was given the sword, Esau, Edom, must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. It's as simple as that. So no amount of reparations, no amount of trying to please the poor, which is Job 20 and 10. Yeah. No amount of complaining of ungodly father that, oh, we wish that we didn't do it. You know, end of the day, we know regeneration is biblical. We come back every 3 or 4 generations, pursuant to Exodus 20 and 4-5. Yeah. Right. So that's it. So they are their forefathers in the regeneration, in the reincarnation, yeah? And so what does the scripture say? Again, I'm going to repeat. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. Who are the saints? The Israelites. Psalms 148 and 14. So that's it, really. Simple as that. Esau, Edom, and the other nations, our enemies are found in Psalms 83. You're going into captivity. It's as simple as that, yeah? That's what's going to happen. And when Yahweh Shai returns, when Yahweh sends Yahweh Shai back, yeah, he's going to gather all the kingdoms. He's going to gather all the crowns. He's going to deal with Esau, deal with the nations, and he's going to take the kingdom. Yeah, pursuant to many scriptures. Daniel just comes to mind, yeah? Here we are. Just to prove the point about the saints, yeah? He also exalted the horn of his people, the praise of all his saints, even of the children of Israel, a people near unto him. Praise ye the Lord. I'm going to end it with that. Shalom.